It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Sacramento Kings out at Golden One Center. Looking at the Kings, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry, more or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus?
Well,
Have you maintained focus?
Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you through this because the veterans have been here before. They can kind of lead you and guide you.
Do you feel focused right now?
Not at all.
No. Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes three of us. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. The Spurs would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
And you know, for the Spurs, they're in good shape in the standings with the postseason on the horizon, maybe a notch below where we thought they'd be.
They're not the powerhouse that I thought they'd be. Still a very strong team. Don't get me wrong, but maybe not a championship team.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, Kawhi Leonard has been a great defender from day one, but he has developed into an elite offensive player as well. Now, Greg Popovich says he basically tells me what he wants to do now. He knows he has a green light. I think that's the difference. He's more confident, more aggressive, more hungry to score than in the past. Kevin?
And they need him to be that way, D.A. Thank you, especially after Tim Duncan's retirement and Manu and TP getting older. This is Kawhi's team now, for sure. Smitty will be seeing a pair of teams tonight who both prefer to slow the tempo and play in the half court.
Yeah, these are the team they want to execute, grind it out. Every possession counts. Not a lot of people like watching this type of basketball, but there's a lot of strategy. Memphis Grizzlies is one of those teams. They're going to grind it out and make sure you play at their tempo.
They minimize mistakes, and boy, you got to keep your focus, don't you?
Yes, you do.
So Sacramento will get the first possession. And the starting group for the Spurs, skilled tandem of Leonard and Aldridge at the 3 and the 4. Murray and Green team up to make the backcourt. And it's Gasol at the 5, patrolling the paint.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
If you go by pure analytics, there is an argument to be made for that. This time, doesn't work out.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Here's Green. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Healed with it. Jackson has the open look. A three-pointer, no good. Aldridge, the pass to Green. To the middle. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Green.
What Kawhi does in the painted area, the tenacity he displays, it's phenomenal.
Fox kicks to Hield. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Cauley Stein, a screen. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Hield's got his first 2 points.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Now, here's Aldridge. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Hits the three-point bomb.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Opens up opportunities for everyone, makes the offense its most dynamic.
Here's Jackson. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Now here's Murray. Outside, Green. Pass to Leonard. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Leonard gets it to go.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Fox dishes to Heel. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Heel. Labissiere, the pass to Fox. Heel from outside. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Murray kicks to Leonard. Over Jackson. Leonard, no luck. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The pass to Heel. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And how about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now here's Murray. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Utah. Hield kicks to Fox. Jackson against Leonard. Jackson dishes to Fox. 5 on the clock. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. Over Leonard. Will not go. This is off the front iron. They get a hand on it. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And that one, good. Jackson's got 5.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Outside, Green. Murray, the pass to Leonard. Back to Murray. Here's Gasol. And the shot falls short this time. Kings leading now by 6. Shot by Hield, nobody around. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Keep on running if it's working. They haven't been slowed up at all here on their fast breaks.
They need this. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. That's a 2 from Hield. That one a little long.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
Murray kicks to Leonard. Cauley-Stein against Gasol. Outside Aldridge. Right side Green. And there's the feed to Murray. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Hield. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big 3 of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
That free throw, no good. And you look at this Kings roster, and Greg, you can see the youth movement is in full effect.
Yeah, and Buddy Hield headlines the group as he comes over, and that Cousins trade, Skal Labissiere and Willie Cauley-Stein, also a big part of this team's future. And then getting Fox as a rookie to kind of run the ship, another great building block.
And he sinks the second. And as you approach that midway point of the season, Steve, the pecking order pretty clear. Is it possible for a team to suddenly kick into a high gear and forget what's happened in the first half and be completely different the second half of the season?
You know, sometimes a tweak of the lineup, a guy's been out because of injury, or a huge trade can definitely kickstart a lot of teams, and you just start to play better. But one thing is, when you start to hit that chemistry, that continuity, and everything is clicking, the unselfishness, Yes, you can. You can have it happen in the midseason.
Here's Murray. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Murray dishes to Aldridge. Comes up empty off the pick.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And some changes here for the Spurs. Gay comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Tony Parker subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Spurs trail by 9. There's the pick. Feeds it to Gay. And he banks in the layup. Gay's got his first points of the game.
The arms of Gay go on forever, which is what makes him a big-time threat to score inside.
Kicks to Heel. Shot off the screen, and that's collected by Gay.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Now here's Heel, following the miss by Tony Parker. There's Jackson with the 3. Great positioning on the putback.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Left side, Leonard. The dish to Green. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Fox against Parker. Cauley-Stein a screen. Labissiere, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Rejected by Gasol.
And for his career among active players, Pau Gasol top 3 in block shots.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Especially on the road. You're hoping for any extra contributions. But for a couple of stretches, there, the backups control the game.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Spurs trail by 11. Gay in the corner. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gay's got his second bucket.
Getting it done inside. Rudy Gay not just floating around the perimeter.
And Temple kicks to Kufis. Kings moving the ball around. Unloads from 13. San Antonio with the rebound. Now here's Anderson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Kufis with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And the Spurs with possession. They trail by 9 points.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key. Now off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Now Parker. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz. Here's Anderson. Stolen by Randolph. And the Kings pushing it up now. Oh, that's blocked. Forbes dishes to Anderson. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
One shot.
That one misses for Anderson.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
Zach Randolph is just relentless on the glass, one of the best offensive rebounders we have in the game.
Parker outside, pass to Forbes. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined. But what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
That's good from Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay has been in the league for over a decade now, a valuable wingman with incredible length.
On defense, Sacramento, 10-point lead. Anderson the screen. They get it back. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Carter outside. Nailed from three-point land. Carter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Parker kicks to Gay. Here's the screen. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Gay's got 7. Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Just an all-around stellar team effort. Everybody on the floor was communicating exceptionally well.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Gay with the ball, and that one good. 9 points in the game so far.
Rudy running the floor like a point guard. His quickness in transition is blinding.
Picked by Randolph. And Shumpert kicks to Kufis. And stolen by Gay. A pass to Gay. A nice shot by Anderson. Anderson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. Spurs trail by 7. Here is Parker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Anderson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Kufis kicks to Shumpert. Here's Randolph. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way up. And the Kings lead by 7.
When Randolph gets space near the basket, he's deadly.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Parker kicks to Anderson. There's a screen. He feeds it to Laverne. Here's Forbes. A three-pointer is right on target.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Temple the pass to Carter. Randolph in the posts. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
We come back right after this. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always challenged me. He came to me and he said, you know, good players, they can have a great season, But great players, they have many great seasons. So he said, what you want to be?
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Laverne. Rudy Gay is out there with Anderson. Then it's Tony Parker, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Here's Anderson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire? Or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing the power forward position. Imagine that. I started in this league as a point guard. I go to the power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg and keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, you know what, Smitty, it's time. I said, God, lead coach in the game, in the middle of the game. But that moment, I realized the game was passing me by with these young guys. And me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills were gone.
That's an amazing story. Murray's checked in for the Spurs. And both free throws good for Anderson. Sacramento leading by 5. Shumpert dishes to Carter. There's the pick. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
No good on that one. And the Spurs with Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge up front. A huge front court, long front court. Steve, is that something they can stick with when teams like the Warriors go small?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. That's a challenge for them. Aldridge has to cover the floor in those situations, and Gasol just doesn't have the lateral mobility at this point in his career. The Spurs, a top 7 offensive team for the last 7 seasons. Their passing and perimeter shooting is what really sets them apart.
Here's Shumpert. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, you know, Shumpert doesn't get to the free throw line a lot, but he did enough to draw the whistle on that play.
And the Spurs among the league's best in three-point shooting, but they really don't rely on that as some teams do.
You know, the Spurs can change it up. No, they embrace the mid-range a little bit more than the three-point shot right now. Kind of going against the grain in that way. They take shots other teams avoid, and they make it work for them.
Free throw good. Amon Shumpert.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here. in the second quarter.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And Amon Shumpert, known on this team for his boisterous personality, and he makes a statement with his hair too, doesn't he, Steve?
Yeah, sometimes the high top fade, some other hairstyles, I'm not sure what we can really call them. Kevin, do you want to try out some of those looks?
No, thanks, Smitty.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And Temple kicks to Kufis. Back to Temple. There's the screen. Shot clock at 5. Fires at the elbow. A second chance effort. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
Fields checked in for Sacramento.
You know, over the years, Zach Randolph has proven to be the perfect leader. He commands respect, and he gets it from his teammates.
Aldridge a screen. Leonard kicks to Forbes. Leonard attacking, and the shot goes in. Leonard's got 6. You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Spurs trail by 8. Murray, the pass to Leonard. He can't get that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Looking forward to seeing these two franchises square off in what should be a thrilling first game.
Outside Carter, kept alive by Sacramento. Here's Temple. He's covered by Murray. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Kufis dishes to Randolph. Misses from close range.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Sacramento making some changes. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Kufis. Jackson comes in for Vince Carter. And it's Fox in for Garrett Temple. Picked by Randolph. Fox kicks to Randolph. The putback, it's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
80 million reasons why Aldridge is able to do this, living up to his contract and one.
And Steve, is the big 3 in San Antonio age and retire? How big was it for San Antonio to sign the all-star LaMarcus Aldridge?
It's huge, Kevin, a Texas native, and it's easy to see why he chose the Spurs. It's been interesting to see him integrate his game into their system.
Scal Labissière's checked in for Zach Randolph. And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. And you need talent, Steve, but the value of chemistry can't be overlooked either. And as a player, how do you make yourself a good teammate? How do you help in that regard toward good chemistry?
Well, I think one is being a good person, understanding the game of life, and it's about winning, not about numbers. It's about letters, W's and L's, and you want W's. You look at a lot of teams, and they play well with each other, and they're unselfish. Unselfish teams usually win.
Well, they said the same thing about you. You're an all-star caliber player, but you're a great teammate. I think for a player, that's like the highest praise you could get.
Yeah, it is. When you start talking about guys that he's a great teammate, whether he's a superstar or a guy, the 12th man, guys want to be around that. And usually you see those guys hang around the league longer than other guys that may be more talented or better players.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And Steve, Danny Green, an outstanding perimeter defender. He can lock down either wing spot so well.
Even has the quickness to stay with point guards, always in your jersey, and an outstanding shot blocker for a wing.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
That one goes. Count it.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Murray dishes to Green. Overhealed. Misses off the right iron. Kings leading now by 5. Inside. Gasol with the steal. To the inside. Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here is Fox. A 17-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
Outside Jackson. Cauley Stein against Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Cauley Stein kicks to Fox. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Murray the pass to Leonard. Now here's Murray. Guarded closely. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
The defense is pretty much helpless once he finds breathing room to get to the basket.
The Kings leading. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Labissiere, the screen. The floater rejected by Gasol. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Fox with it. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Spurs trail by 3. Aldridge a screen. Off the pick. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Leonard. Offensive rebound. Aldridge dishes to Green. And good that time. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Cauley Stein kicks to Fox. The rebound by the Spurs. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Aldridge. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Aldridge has got the lead up to 1 now for San Antonio. Sacramento's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. They set the screen. Cauley Stein passes to Fox. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Dishes to Leonard. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for 1 more here.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
You know, Steve, Kawhi Leonard keeps things in his life pretty simple off the floor and continues to drive himself hard on the floor.
You know, Kevin, he's not about the flash. Instead, he's about investing in his future.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Laverne, he's checked in for Aldridge.
Mind the lanes.
And
Mind
Parker subbed in for DeJounte
One
Murray.
shot.
That free throw good from Leonard. Well, the NBA we know has incredible competition, and more times than not, it's more serious than anything else, and you're so locked in. But Steve, right, there are moments of levity that everybody can kind of laugh at, correct?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think the one thing is having a teammate go to that free throw line, shooting an air ball, and him glancing over at the bench, and, you know, nobody wants to laugh at times. But depending on the game, you just bust out laughing, and then he goes up there and shoots it really hard to make sure he doesn't have an air ball. And then the one when you're passing the basketball and the teammate is not looking and you're catching right in the choppers. That's the one everybody laughs about the most.
How about you personally? Any moment that either you were laughing or people were laughing at something that happened to you on the floor?
You know, I had this one, we call it a flat tire, Kevin. I was led. Teammate Brevin Knight threw it out, and I couldn't stop, and my legs wobbled. I fell, I caught it, and went out of bounds. That's the one I think for me was the funniest. It just wasn't funny when it happened.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Parker against Fox. 6 to shoot. Parker dishes to Gasol, and the rejection by Cauley Stein. The Kings trail by 4. Now here's Hield. He had 10 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
Rebounded by the Spurs.
And tonight he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And Tony Parker in the 2017 season with the lowest minutes per game average in his career. He was playing so well in the playoffs. I mean, historically well. Then, Greg, as we know, the quad injury in the playoffs.
Take a break.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that that 15-year run he's had as a starter, that window is rapidly closing, but still effective, just no longer the focal point that he once was.
Free throw good by Parker.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Shumpert is checked in for Buddy Hield. The Spurs also with the sub. Gay's checked in. And he can't hit the second.
Getting there up in age. We know Tony Parker was the Spurs' top scorer for half a decade from 2011 on. Their offense was built around his slashing ability.
He dishes it to Green. Parker against Fox. And that one's good. Parker. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Sneaking inside, converting the high percentage look. Something Parker does well.
And guard Tony Parker, now 35 years of age, bound one day for the Hall of Fame. Last season, the lowest minutes average of his career, around 25 minutes a game.
Yeah, his game has always been based on quickness. He's lost his step, and it's been challenging. But he's studied John Stockton, Jason Kidd, and Nash to see how they remained effective.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
High percentage look for Powell. Won't miss many from that distance.
Shumpert in the corner. Labissiere, the screen. Outside Jackson. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Goes up at the stripe. Another shot, and it's laid in by Labissiere. Labissiere's got his second bucket.
And if you are the D, you can't let Labissiere get these second chance opportunities. He is so skilled at reading shot trajectories and putting himself in the right position.
There's the screen. Here's Gasol. That shot no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Offensive rebound. And another shot. Labissiere. Great positioning on the putback. Labissiere's got the game tied up here for the Kings.
And Labissiere is amazing at timing his putback dunks correctly. When you don't box him out, he tortures you for every mistake.
Parker with it. Now guarded by Fox. Gasol a screen. And here's Green outside. Kept alive. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. Temple, and that one is off. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. That's our strength anyways. And for us, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
I really like how they limited turnovers. They didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
And through the first two quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
Well, isn't it nice to have a go-to guy who can punish you inside?
Labissiere and Cauley-Stein are the bigs. Fox is out there with Heel, and it's Jackson in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Here's Aldridge. That 3 off the mark.
And that's the shot he wants, just a little bit out of rhythm.
And Greg Popovich, also the head coach of the U.S. national men's basketball team, a former military man himself, and of course, guys, very passionate about his country.
You're totally right, Kevin. He's been outspoken, but his actions speak even louder. Doing a lot of charity work in San Antonio for disadvantaged youth. He cares. His players know it. and it's a part of what makes him a great man.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 8 points for Skal Labissiere.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the wide-open shot from Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 5 assists in the game. Fox passes to Labissiere. He kicks it to Fox. 13 feet away. Misses off the left iron.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Pass to Labissiere. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Leonard, poked away. Fox with the steal. And the Kings pushing it up now. The open shot from Jackson. Goes back up. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Great effort there. Aldridge sniffs out the shot, sends it back.
Jackson against Leonard. And Labissiere sends it back. Down low, here's Jackson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jackson's got 7.
And Fox is a solid passer, knows how to get the ball to his guys when they're ready to let it go.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Green, the screen. It's stolen by Hield. Inside. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. The Kings trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Labissiere, no good.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Here's Leonard. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein. Here's Aldridge. He's got 5. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Gasol with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Murray dishes to Gasol. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Over Labissiere. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer. And he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket. And with his size, that turnaround Jay is just about unstoppable.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
It's interesting. Aldridge used to shoot more free throws. That's when he used to bang inside. Now he's shooting a lot from the outside, so that trend will likely continue.
Spurs leading by 4. Now Murray. He has 6. Pass to Leonard. Over Jackson. And it's Leonard missing. Sacramento's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. There's the pass to Jackson. Labissiere, the screen. Cauley-Stein with this screen on Green. Here's Hield. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The Kings trail by 4. Hield kicks to Jackson. Fox passes to Jackson. There's the feed to Hield. Labissiere with the screen for Hield. They double him with Green. Hield dishes to Labissiere. And good that time. Labissiere's got 10 points in the game.
And it's crucial that Labissiere knocks down that mid-range. Really opens up the floor for the rest of his team.
Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Leonard the pass to Murray. Back to Leonard. Clock at 6. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I mean, he's been in rhythm all night. Leonard has been too much to handle on the offensive end.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Fox. Three-pointer, Hield. Again, Hield missing.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley-Stein. Randolph comes in for Labissiere. Carter, he's checked in for Jackson. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Fox. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Temple. 5 points in the game. They set the pick. Now here's Hield. Tight defense on him. Feeds it to Kufis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Kings have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Kufis. Sacramento making a switch here. Shumpert's checked in. The Spurs also changing it up. Laverne, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gay comes in for Leonard. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Murray. That one is no good. And the Kings struggled last season, Greg. They did so because they just couldn't get stops in the defensive end.
And defense, something that this team will struggle with at times. A lot of it is they don't protect the rim or close out, particularly on that three-point shot. And so much of defense just boils down to challenging shooters whenever you can. It's about giving more effort on that side of the ball.
Just 4 to shoot. From the line, no good off the front iron. Spurs leading by 3. Laverne dishes to Anderson. Parker with it. Kufis is there. Chalk up 2 there. Parker's got his second basket of the night.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
And Temple kicks to Kufis. Outside jumper. From 13. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Anderson the screen. Gay passes to Parker. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And it's a 7-point Spurs lead. Sacramento's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Temple dishes to Carter. Knocks down the three ball. Carter's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Here's the screen. Parker kicks to Laverne from outside the arc. Kufis grabs the miss. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Shumpert. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about that for a finish? Shumpert with the hoop and the harm.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
What's up?
And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Temple the pass to Shumpert. Just 5 on the clock. Here's a step back. And the shot no good, a bit short. And Greg, the Kings wanted to have veteran leaders, and that's what they've got right now.
And the Kings are in a rebuild mode, and you need vets to lead that process. Show the youngsters the right way to do things, and I think the Kings have started to make some very savvy moves here as they begin this rebuild.
Fires the 3. And it's Shumpert again, missing.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
And Boards kicks to Parker. The dish to Gay. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Randolph. And Temple kicks to Carter. Pass to Kufis. Again, the miss by the Kings.
An uncontested look for mid-range. He typically drains that one.
It's Parker with the drive. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Rudy Gay suffered the injury last season, but was still a wanted man when free agency rolled around, Greg, and San Antonio got him.
Yeah, I mean, the Spurs made a big offer for him, and Gay felt it was the right fit. Interesting to see how his role develops in San Antonio this year. Still, there's a feeling that he's got a lot left in the tank.
He misses the free throw.
Popovich has done a great job of developing Tony Parker's entire game, and you're seeing it right now at the free throw line.
And he's good on the second. And the Spurs every bit a title contender, but injuries can derail any team. And they struck hard last season.
Yes, they did. The torn quad tendon for Tony Parker in the semis, then in the Western Conference Finals, up 22 points on the road. Kawhi Leonard rolls his ankle on Pachulia's foot. Things you just can't control.
Gay right side. Anderson wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball. Anderson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Kicks it to Shumpert. Picked by Randolph. To stop the drought. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Shumpert.
The power, the size, you like to see Shumpert attack the paint more often.
Parker dishes to Forbes. Anderson against Carter. It's Parker outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Spurs.
And they had a good split between their work in the paint and their three-point shooting. If the triple wasn't there for them on any given night, they were able to come inside and do some damage down low.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And for a guy as strong and as athletic as Shumpert is, he really doesn't get to the foul line enough, in my opinion.
And both free throws good from Amon Shumpert.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Anderson passes to Forbes. Back to Anderson. It's tipped.
With Shumpert's athleticism, he can bother the shooter.
Here's Temple, covered by Parker. And Temple kicks to Shumpert. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Koufos.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board, then right back up.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gay kicks to Parker. It's rebounded by Randolph. Randolph's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Shumpert. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Now just a 1-point San Antonio lead. There's a good screen. Here's Parker. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
You know, this is the discipline you need to play with. At this level, number of possessions matters.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Spurs out in front. They lead by 3. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Only difference is competitiveness. Stick with the strategy, stick with each other. Long night. Keep competing, keep pounding, keep pounding. It ain't about any one person. It's about us and how we do.
Banding together the guys. Greg Popovich preaching toughness and unity.
Yeah, and Pop really zeroes in on the fight. He's one of those guys, if you don't play your hardest, you don't play.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. On the court right now for the Spurs. Laverne is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Looking to end his cold spell. A rebound by the Spurs. Gay's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Anderson, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
Great job there to make this a two-possession game.
The Kings trail by 4. Labissiere, the screen. Fox kicks to Hield. Labissiere with the screen for Hield. Off the screen. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Gasol dishes to Aldridge. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. The Spurs making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. The Kings have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Now, here's Fox. He's covered by Murray. Fox passes to Hield. Jackson setting the pick here for Hield. Clock at 4. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Green kicks to Murray. Aldridge a screen. Leonard on the wing. And Labissiere sends it back.
And like how aggressive Labissiere is on defense, using that wide frame to turn back shots. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Murray dishes to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Leonard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Kawhi Leonard right there in the thick of the MVP conversation. We know he doesn't care about recognition. He just focuses on basketball.
And Leonard just entering the prime of his career, Steve. Absolutely among the top 5 players in the NBA right now.
You're right, Kevin. And one of just 3 players in the league history to win both Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. And by the way, the others, Hakeem and Michael Jordan, are the other 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, he's deadly from the free throw line. He's deadly from the field. Seems like Kawhi Leonard shoots a higher volume of free throws almost every year.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
There's the pick. Fox passes to Labissiere. On the wing, Hield. Over Green. Again, Hield missing.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, good box out. Keeps him shielded off and then draws the over-the-back call.
Over eager to make a play. Got out of control. That's an unnecessary foul.
Now, here's Fox. He's covered by Murray. Fox kicks to Labissiere. He feeds it to Jackson. Cauley Stein up top. Fox with it. Out guarded by Murray. Shot from free throw range. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Leonard has it in the corner. Dishes it to Aldridge. And Labissiere sends it back. And he gets it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. The Kings trailing. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And here's Green outside. Tipped away. For Sacramento, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Jackson misses. For San Antonio, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's Leonard missing.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Fox dishes to Heel. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Jackson from long range. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Murray the pass to Green. Now here's Murray. He's tightly guarded, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to go on Labissiere. And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D. Takes it himself uncontested.
Murray kicks to Green. To the paint. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now, here's Fox. He's covered by Murray. Labissiere, the screen. And here is Fox. 6 on the shot clock. With the floater. Nice D from Aldridge. Spurs leading by 3. Here's Green. Yep, right through the net.
More shooter than penetrator. Danny Green pulls up and knocks it down.
Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Fox dishes to Jackson. He kicks it to Fox. Back to Jackson. Sacramento moving it around. And Labissiere gets it to go.
And once Labissiere has that kind of position down there, it's pretty much over already. So skilled at draining baskets from that range.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Aldridge, the pass to Leonard. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. 21 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Great look. LaMarcus may be a shoot-first guy, but also very unselfish.
Fox kicks to Labissiere. To the inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Paul Gasol.
Yeah, easy call. And one of the side effects of the Cousins trade was it did open up more playing time for Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, immediately he was able to step in and fill those minutes and became a much larger part of their offense.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Cauley-Stein. Hey, Greg, when Cauley-Stein got those extra minutes after the Cousins deal, you could see a change in his play. Much more aggressive, much more confident.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it just takes a clear path to minutes to change a player. Cauley-Stein had been getting better and better before the trade. Having the team believe he could step in was a huge boost in his confidence and his play.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
He dishes it to Fox. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. With some arc. Yes, that goes in.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick and roll play, figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
For three, Murray. They get it again. Leonard passes it to Gasol. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. In the corner, it's Hield. Now, here's Fox. He's covered by Murray. Fox dishes to Cauley-Stein. Hield with it. He's against Green. Hield with the bucket. Murray with it. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. They kick it out to Green. Down low, got a piece of it. Here's Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Leonard's got 14 points here in the second half.
And you love that about Kawhi. After he makes a shot, he gives you the poker face. Just goes about his business.
Labissiere, the screen. Fox. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Zach Randolph's checked in for Sacramento. The Spurs also with the sub. Tony Parker's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Here's Fox. Pass to Cauley-Stein. In the corner, it's Hield. Shot clock at 6. Randolph sets a screen for Hield. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Green. The stupendous finish in traffic. And now a 6-point San Antonio lead.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
Green in the post. Covered by Hield. Here's Leonard. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Fox against Parker. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. Here's Fox. Outside Jackson. The pass to Hield. Just 5 to shoot. Randolph a screen. A 3. Again, Hield missing.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this.
Oh, wide open look for Gasol. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's now 6 points for Pau Gasol. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Randolph, and the layup's good off the glass.
Zach Randolph did it again, showing once again how crucial he is to this team.
Spurs leading by 4. Parker right side. Leonard draws the double. Fox with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And that one drops. Fox has got 6 here in this quarter.
And how about that stick-to-itiveness from Fox there? Just a great attitude. He really excels at driving inside and kind of just bouncing off defenders.
Parker passes to Alden. They get it back. Outside for Gasol. A 3 from Leonard. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got 11 rebounds in the game. The drive by Jackson. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Murray's checked in for the Spurs. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. San Antonio leading. Stolen by Cauley Stein. Now, here's Fox. D right on him. Randolph kicks to Fox. Back to Randolph. There's the feed to Fox. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Out to the right wing. Gasol screen. Off the pick. Rebounded by Jackson. Now, here's Fox. He's covered by Murray. Nails the triple.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 2. 16 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
A lot of time left, which should allow for a really good shot if they run the right play.
Sixteen seconds left in the 4th quarter. Cauley Stein against Gasol. And here's Leonard from 3. He's off from 3. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this is how you close out. Beautiful job.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 4. 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
And here's Green outside. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Zach Randolph. Tebow, what was the biggest difference tonight?
We just came out. We was more physical this game, but we came out with being aggressive, and that's what we had to do. We got stops and being aggressive, and you know everybody contributed tonight. It was a team win.
Physical is who you guys are, Zach. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.